celebrate another moment from our first 20 years.
You wanted to strike the pose, but you were too tired. Your teammates got there too quick. You want to strike the pose now?
I'd love to strike the pose.
ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
This is Charles Woodson of the Oakland Raiders. Charles helps the United Way build stronger communities by supporting fitness and nutritional programs that help kids succeed.
This exercise right here develops upper body strength.
So how much can you bench?
But there's other aspects to physical fitness. There's cardiovascular, there's flexibility.
So how much can you bench?
You know, bench about 340 pounds.
My dad can bench more than that. So can my dad.
Great.
My dad can, too.
On waivers. And 3/4 of the secondary is new, with Heisman winner Charles Woodson and veteran star Eric Allen at the corners, Turner the only holdover, and Newman the safeties. The Heisman winner, offense and defense right now for the Raiders, defense only. Gerback with time, and throws complete to the 47, Andre Rison, with his first catch of the new year, covered by Woodson.
Well, we knew Elvis Gerback was not going to give Woodson any amnesty, and he's got Rison right out front. Watch this. There's Woodson on him. Rison goes back to the inside. The perfect pass down and in, Joe. He had to catch it.
Rison said he didn't care whether it was Woodson, the cornerback, or anybody else, 35-pound running back. Play action by Gerback. Into the flat. Another catch by Rison at the 29-yard line. Again covered by Woodson. Again beaten.
It looks like the tempo has been set. What they're going to do is continue to run routes in front of Charles Woodson. Get him a little antsy. Get him start to come up. I wouldn't be surprised at some point early in this ball game where they're going to try and run something short and then go up top on him. You get, as a rookie, you want to make a play. He's got to be patient on the corner.
Gerback with a short set, throws, nice coverage by Woodson, got in front of Lockett. And let's see if it's on Lockett. The crowd cheered when the flag was thrown, but he had great position, it seemed.
You're going to see the right hand of Charles Woodson holding Kevin Lockett back as he tries to move up the field. We figured they'd try and take a shot at him.
Defense number 24, automatic first down.
As Lockett releases up the field, take a look at Woodson's right arm. See that right arm? He just continues to push him. The ball comes down.
Well, you didn't think he liked to be up in the booth? You know why he likes to be down in the field? He said, I want to look in their eyes. I want to see when these guys come off the field, when I look in their eyes, are they ready to play?
When he looks in Charles Woodson's eyes, he's going to look like a deer in headlights right now.
They have already gone at him 3 times. They've hit 2. The other was an interference call. Play shows he has every right to be. Big break for the Chiefs. They're already up 7-0. They'll start at the Oakland 30. Rison. Touchdown. And they are working over the Heisman winner from Michigan.
Think of the routes. They run an out, they run an in, then an out, then a go, and now comes the post. Rison now pushes him out just a little bit. Woodson can't turn and run with them. Andre puts it away. Now remember, he only needs control when he crosses the line.
The one thing about that Andre Rison, the move, there wasn't really no move. He just ran and just went left. He didn't put a move on him.
Elvis Gerback, 3.
Rison just really runs a move inside. Like you said, Paul, no real move, just goes inside of him for 6.
You know, guys, it must seem like a long time since he was at the Downtown Athletic Club. He is being toasted in his debut as a corner. Trust me, he'll get better. The kid has a brilliant future. And Gerback overthrows Lockett, who broke off the pattern at the end.
You started the football game going after Charles Woodson. Now why not keep on going? This time Lockett is up against him again. They're working up the field. Good job by Woodson. Incidental contact makes Lockett go inside. Gerback throws the ball outside. Well, I tell you, You can't give this Raider defense enough credit. As maligned as they were a year ago, they are stepping up big.
Rison tried to beat Woodson. The pass was overthrown. Contact was incidental.
Boy, I'll tell you, Woodson just shows why he was a Heisman Trophy winner and the #1 draft choice. Look at him. That's me. Watch this. Andre Rison tries to get inside. He will not allow it. Look, he won't allow it. And then look, he makes a turn. He's after Rison. That is just outstanding coverage.
It's a quick post and go. He keeps his hands. He still looks in, but look at the recovery speed. You can see the burst going out. Eric Allen on the other corner's got to wonder if he had to buy a ticket to watch this game. They haven't thrown anywhere near him.
The 7th Heisman Trophy winner to become a Raider. Gerbeck throws in the flat. They'll be stopped shy of the goal line. Kimball Anders made the catch. That is the first play in 9 tries in goal-to-go situations the Chiefs have gained any yardage.
Marty Schottenheimer wants to know where the ball is. If it was close, he was going to go for it. Little play action with Gelbis Gerbeck on the roll. He gets Kimball out in the flat. Who's there to make the tackle? The guy they've been picking on, Charles Woodson.
One of the guys that Al Davis brought in tonight to highlight this rivalry, brought back some of the greats
to go after tonight by Kansas City's offense. This is early in the ball game. Andre Rison up one-on-one with them. 6 points for the Chiefs. Now, Kevin Lockett, good use of hands. Good, strong defense, turns and comes back. Rison with the quick post and go. Great change of direction, doing a much better job. Settling in very comfortably now at the corner.
Solomon.
Yeah, Mike, before the game I had a chance to talk with the Raiders defensive coordinator, Willie Shaw, about the Chiefs coming after the rookie Charles Woodson. He said he's not concerned about Woodson getting beat, but he was more concerned about how Charles Woodson would react once he has given up a big play. And, Mike, no one thought he would be in that position so soon in the ball game.
You know, one other thing, too, Solomon, is that when we talked to Tim Brown yesterday, he said he's no ordinary rookie. He said this guy is an experienced wide
Receivers on 1st and 10. Go back to throw. Gonzalez. Loose in the secondary. Fumble. And Horn is right there to recover for Kansas City.
That is just great team play. Tony Gonzalez, I said he wanted the ball. I think Marty Schottenheimer sensed it as well. You got to get him the ball. He releases up the field. Watch this catch in traffic. He's in the middle of 3 Raiders, and he's going to get hit by all 3 of them. Now,
Charles Woodson, you see him come in and strip the ball. Horn is there. How Gonzalez holds on to this, he gets whacked and then just gets stripped of the ball. You got to put the ball away. Woodson is very smart, gets there, gets his hand in, but Horn is also.
To the players, reality is 1 against 1. Move and counter move. 1-on-1-1.
That's probably the ultimate challenge out there on the football field, is being out there on the island. It's you and him.
It is intercepted by Charles Woodson.
1-on-1-1. Here, cunning and speed determine the victor. 1-on-1-1.
You get beat on the play, then you got beat. And you can't point the finger and say nothing to anybody. It was you that got beat.
1-on-1-1. A battle where the loser bleeds alone on an open field. Move and counter move.
I'm feeling like he's at a disadvantage because he's out there playing against me.
1-on-1.
I just feel like I have to stop this guy. There's no other alternative.
In the battle of the teams, tonight holds great opportunity for both Oakland and Seattle. The winner moves to 3-1 and makes an early season statement in the AFC West. The Raiders have that and the memory of a Seahawks sweep fresh in their minds.
We owned Seattle last year. We got them twice again, but we're trying to sweep them again.
Helmet.
It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders on ESPN Sunday Night Football. Welcome to the great Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Washington, on a beautiful night in October, and right in downtown, the Kingdome, where a sellout crowd is set for the first division game of the season as the Seahawks host the Oakland Raiders. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick, along with Joe Theismann and Paul McGuire. It's great to have you with us. Both of these teams come in at 2-1 in what has become a wide-open AFC West. And, Joe, as both of these clubs got ready for this game, I'm sure they noticed more than a few similarities.
Mike, there aren't two teams in football that are as similar as these two football teams. And it really starts with the coaches, John Gruden and Mike Holmgren. Mike had John work for him when he was in San Francisco and Green Bay. So you know that their offenses are going to look almost exactly the same. On defense, you got the two big tackles inside, the great young corners on one side, the veteran on the other side. Now, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, is there a difference?
Is there?
Yes, there is. It's going to be when each of these coaches can figure out a way to come up with some kind of an adjustment that'll give them one or two play opportunities to put one on the board.
Well, with these defenses, you would expect points would be at a premium tonight. Paul, what are your thoughts about both of these offenses?
Well, Michael, the West Coast offense almost totally depends on the quarterback playing well. And both of these teams run this system. On the Raiders side, 12-year veteran Rich Gannon also ran this offense in Kansas City, and he's off to a good start. Seattle has John Kitna. This is his first year in this offense, and Coach Holmgren said he is going to have to scale the offense back to take the pressure off of Kitna. Now, the quarterback tonight that performs the best, their team has the advantage.
All right, Paul, and they're in for quite a challenge throwing against Sean Springs and Charles Woodson, two of the NFL's best cover corners. It's all next on ESPN Sunday Night Football.
Action of the regular season for Dallas. Garrett down the sideline, incomplete. Irvin, the intended receiver, Charles Woodson on the cover.
Well, that was a good job by Charles Woodson. That time lined up, man coverage, and you could see what happened there, the difference. Michael Irvin, he's not a receiver who can just line up and outrun you anymore. He needs a little fake, do something at the line of scrimmage. That time, no separation, and Charles Woodson just outruns him to the football.
That will be an interesting matchup to watch.
Hey, you know what? Michael's mad because he couldn't manhandle. You know, Charles Woodson's a big corner. He's used to throwing those corners around.
3 here in Dallas, 2 with the University of Miami Hurricanes. Second and goal from the 7. Garrett throws. Intercepted at the goal line. Charles Woodson. Woodson breaks away from one tackler out over the 20, and the Raiders stave off a Dallas touchdown. The Heisman Trophy winner comes up big for the Raider defense at the goal line. A very happy rookie, Charles Woodson, who just stopped the drive at the goal line.
You saw he got upset because he smelled touchdown and just didn't quite get away from the first defender. He doesn't even react. Here he is. He will not even react to Michael Irvin. He's looking at Jason Garrett. He's going to look inside. He sees the ball thrown. It's to him. He did not go inside Michael Irvin. I'm sure Jason Garrett was expecting Michael Irvin to stay between him and the defender. He took it too far inside. That's the big reason for the interception.
Charles Woodson, the rookie. 2-yard line. Garrett, with time, goes down the sideline and out of bounds. Charles Woodson fighting Michael Irvin. And for a baseball update, let's check in with Jim Nance in New York. Team-by-team matchups on NFL.com. Good field position for the Cowboys from the 44. Woodson on the blitz. Quick pass to the side. Billy Davis has it, and there he goes. Down at about the 1-yard line. 55 yards on the play.
This is really, I mean, I could see it from up here. What a gamble by the Raider defense. A tremendous gamble. You haven't taken these chances all day long. There's a blitzer coming from the right. Charles Woodson, they see it. Look at the separation between Eric Turner and Billy Davis. One little simple move, and he's...
to the 1.5-yard line, and the Cowboys with first and goal. And now, timeout. Dallas takes its first timeout of the second half.
Look, here's Charles Woodson coming in on the blitz. It's to the open side of the quarterback. Eric Turner is covering Billy Davis. That is a lot of room to cover. Jason Garrett sees it, Eric Turner overruns it, and we had the big play. Again, they haven't taken a chance all day long like that. They do it, and this, well, in this part of the game, I don't understand why.
That's a no-brainer for Jason Garrett, right?
Well, usually that blitz comes from the backside where the quarterback...
Charles Woodson just had a ball thrown at him. He went the entire Tennessee game 10 days ago. Nobody challenged him once in that game. He was a little bit bored. A little bit like playing in that T-ball league, playing right field and T-ball this time. Get some pressure on him. Jacquez Green working on the Pro Bowl. Charles Woodson. Well, Jacquez Green there isn't running. I mean, right there, you know, you got to grab Jacquez by the face mask and shake him up.
The best field position of the day, starting from their own 48. Allstott deep in the eye. Gets the handoff. Ball is out.
Ball's out.
Picked up. Charles Woodson, excuse me. Sean King makes the tackle with another fumble by Mike Allstott, who has had that trouble for 2 years. Allstott led all 9 quarterbacks last year in fumbles, leads them this year.
Blow him up as well as anybody.
Sean King gets it off Jacquez Green, can't get it. Incomplete. Charles Woodson.
Yeah, I tell you, Charles Woodson now is a guy, you know, he's going to redefine a position the way Deion Sanders did. This is the fastest man on the field here, Jacquez Green today. Charles Woodson doesn't give him any extra cushion. It's 41-0. You could lay off him at that point and make sure that you just break the tackle. Woodson's just happy to get some action over there.
Not many passes thrown his way.
Raiders leave him on that island out here, all by himself.
Mike Allstott caught in the backfield. Darrell Russell.
That's 2 guys back-to-back that have made plays for the Raiders.
And we also expect to see Charles Woodson on offense today. San Diego.
Well, folks, if you're wondering when you're going to see Charles Woodson make his debut as a Raiders receiver, don't change the channel anytime soon. John Gruden just told me he will use Woodson within the first 20 plays of the game. Now, Gruden said Woodson worked on his garden variety of patterns, your slants and your deep routes and whatnot, but you might just see him on the backside of a run, Vern.
All right, Bunny, Charles Woodson, among his other attributes, was an all-state running back at Ross High in Fremont, Ohio, before he became the Heisman Trophy winner at Michigan. And Charles Woodson is coming on the field. You can hear the crowd in the background. Woodson has been pleading for a chance to play wideout or running back for the last year and a half. And they used the bye week to put a number of plays in for him, not a large number, but he splits wide to the left, and Terrence Shaw is out to defend him. 2nd and 6, quick flip. Charles Woodson. Oh, did Shaw respect him? Oh, man. He said, give me a chance. I'll make something happen.
Well, this is really a sophisticated pattern. It's a 5-yard hook. That's all it is. Watch this. 5 yards, plant. Shaw falls down. And then the rest, look at the moves. And then, of course, you're doing what Woodson does best. A gifted punt and kickoff returner. One-on-one in the open field with a football in his arms. The advantage, Charles
His
Woodson.
Heisman Trophy winning senior season in Ann Arbor. And was a running back in high school. And now joins Dale Carter and Deion Sanders as two-way players in the league.
Well, Charles Woodson, talk about pleading. Johnny Cochran couldn't plead a case any better than Charles Woodson has been in the ear of John Gruden for the last 2 years. You know,
2nd down. Herback deep right side for Derek Alexander. Incomplete. Charles Woodson, number 24, defending.
And this is something that teams have done the last couple weeks against Charles Woodson, is they've decided to go after him. Teams for a while said, no, we're going to go away from him. Last week, Craig Wheelahan went down the field and got himself a big touchdown pass against Charles Woodson. Woodson might see a little bit of that in his future starting next year. Good effort. Look at the Derek Alexander and the concentration going up and keeping the eye on that ball.
36, the Raiders best in the NFL on 3rd down defense. They yield 26.5. This one picked off, tipped and intercepted, grabbed by Richard Harvey. His first interception of the season.
And that was all set up by Charles Woodson. They went after him the last play. Well, this play he was staring at Elvis Gerbach. He got a jump on the ball, and he caused that tip. He caused that interception. Woodson's all the way out to the right side, away from the screen. Look at him, look at the quarterback. Makes the break on the ball, tips the pass, and sets the interception up. That's the kind of athlete this young guy is, and he loves to stare at the quarterback. See the head snap around and look at the quarterback, and he makes his break when he sees him.
And he got popped by Richard Harvey. Here's Gerbach, picked off, intercepted by Woodson, who read it again. There's a flag down on the far side of the field. Woodson gets what might be his 5th interception of the season.
Vern, he never took his eyes off of Elvis Gerbach. Last time we saw Charles Woodson was against Jake Plummer down in Arizona. He did the same thing to Jake Plummer. Stood there, stared at the quarterback, broke on the ball, and got the pick.
Illegal motion. Offense, number 69. Opportunities decline. Open ball. First down.
I talked to Len Dawson, the great Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, before the game. He said, I expect Elvis Gerbach to really stare at his receivers. He's a little desperate. He's not sure of what he's doing. And if you do that against this style of a defense, this is going to be the result. Because Charles Woodson is taught by Willie Shaw, his coordinator, to stare in the backfield. And he's taught by one of the all-time great cornerbacks, Willie Moore.
Oakland at the 49.
And my guess is Van will stay away from Marty Schottenheimer on the sideline.
Here's Gerbach, lobs it out left side, down the sideline, tipped away from Joe Horn by Woodson. Charles Woodson, we expect to see him on offense some today.
Well, you know, he made the comment after John Gruden said he was going to play some offense. He says, oh, why? You know, heck, why this late? Well, his specialty is defense. That's good guessing when you see the receiver's hands come up like that the ball's coming and getting your hand up there.
Last time we were here, Randy and Michelle and I, Oakland, Seattle, Woodson was scheduled to play some offense that day, but Eric Allen went out with a season-ending knee injury.
The differences between this year's team and last year's is the ability to win the close game. 5-1 this year in games 7 points or less. Rich Gannon says it's guys come to minicamp, getting the offense in sooner, improvements in personnel, particularly Andre Rison, and a big improvement in the special teams.
And of course the kickers being a very big part about that. The two rookie kickers, Leckler the punter and Janikowski the field goal specialist. 2nd and 20. Draw play. And Waters weaving his way. Now in the open at the 40. Then he fumbles the ball. And the Raiders recover as Marquez Pope stripped the ball from behind. And
Charles Woodson, I think it was. I think Charles Woodson knocked the ball loose as he came across.
And Marquez Pope recovers, and that one went from the emotions of Seattle, perhaps with an upset win, to the heartbreak of the Raiders recovering down. They're going to mark it, I believe, on the 1-yard line.
Watch from the left. Watch from the left of your screen. Right there, the tomahawk by Charles Woodson knocks the football loose from Ricky Waters. And look at it go. And Marquez Pope and a host of Raiders there to gather in the ball. Boy, we saw Charles Woodson drag down Tyrone Wheatley. And now Charles Woodson, with that remarkable speed, puts the old Lawrence Taylor chop on the football. And gee, Seattle just can't seem to catch a break. Well, the officials are having a decision here to find out, I think, exactly where the Raider recovery was. Whether it was on the 1-yard line or in the end zone for a touchback.
And that's a big play. Do the Raiders start on the 1 or out at the 20-yard line? But Woodson perhaps saving the hopes of being the #1 seed for the Raiders.
On the field is the defense recovered the ball. It is a safety.
Yeah. A safety.
Oh my. So 2 points to the Seahawks, and they're going to get the ball back on a free kick if it is upheld.
They're saying he recovered the football on the 1-yard line, slid into the end zone, and was touched there for a safety.
But
Let's look. Here's how it starts. Charles Woodson. Here's the saver right there. Ricky Watters doesn't sense that anyone is that close to him. And Charles Woodson with a direct KO. All right, where's the recovery? No question, Marquez Pope has the football, but he slides on into the end zone. John Gruden is arguing that the impetus of the football carried him on into the end zone. Remember, if you intercept the ball on the 2, they call that intercepting momentum that will take you on into the end zone.
And this is recovering momentum by Pope, who skids into the end zone and then is touchdown.
What we can't see from that angle, Dick, is exactly when Marquez Pope secures complete control of the football. Let's look here. Maybe we'll get a better look at it here. Where does he get complete control of that football?
And we're screened on that angle.
Wow, that is a I have to admit that call surprises me.
The officials are still huddling, and John Gruden arguing the Raider case vehemently.
If that was an intercepted ball, your going into the end zone is completely acceptable. I have to admit, I have never seen a situation like this where someone gets the football, recovers a fumble, slides into the end zone, and then is touched for a safety. I have never seen that before. And I sense most of you have not either.
Rolling on the field is a safety. Please get on the field.
We go places. We got fans everywhere, man. We be deep. It don't matter where we go. We got fans. I ain't too football. Football chose me. It's about time. Let's go, baby. Here we go. It's time to roll. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's do what we came to do out here today, baby. Let's do what we came to do. Let's do what we came to do out here today. Let's set the tone out there today. We up first. Let's go how we doing out there in the West, baby. So let's bring it again. Let's bring it again. Let's bring it again. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, big boy. I love it. On the first play when they ran, when there was two receivers over there and I was over. Yeah. You see me outside? No, you was outside? You the ball. I was like this. Got to get in the end zone. Oh, we need a touchdown, baby. Come on.
Draw to Garner up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders!
Touchdown? That's what I'm talking about. I done gave him 7. Let's hold him now. 90, 3. Over. Woo!
McNabb drops, throws in the coverage, batted away by Eric Allen.
You didn't even touch it? I didn't touch it. Oh, that's garbage. That's even worse. Let's leave. Just drop down and give me 50. What's up here, Joe? 24, you know we I already know. I just thought I'd say what's up, man. Trying to get a couple calls or something? Come on, Red, you gotta work it both ways, though, Red. You gotta work it both ways. Come on, Sebastian. We need you, baby.
Good snap by Graham. Lechler has it down. Janikowski is good again.
That's good. When y'all give me a big play on this. Come on, big boy. Rip. Woo! Oh! Woo!
The Oakland Raiders Raiders.
We're getting ready for the Patriots and the Raiders, a rematch of the Snowball. When Charles Woodson blitzed and knocked the ball away from Tom Brady, the Raiders thought they had it won. But instant replay and the now infamous tuck rule changed everything. Susie, for the Raiders, it is obviously still a bitter memory.
Well, Mike, you're right. Bill Callahan made it absolutely clear this week that any talk of the tuck was going to be taboo. Charles Woodson still venting some of his frustrations, and he joins us here right now. Charles, I know this has been a tough week for you, just preparing for the Patriots. How much did it bring all that frustration flooding back?
There's really no frustration on our part right now. This is a new season. It is not about revenge or anything like that. It's about us going out there and get our championship. They already have theirs, so we got to handle our business.
You took Tom Brady a little by surprise in the pregame. What did you say to him?
No, I just told him, I know he's happy. He got his little ring. He's happy, but we're going to play hard out there tonight. We're coming after him. I told him to have a good game.
How did comments you made to a Boston writer this week get misconstrued into a guarantee?
Well, you know what? Every game we come out here, I feel like our team is going to win. And this time I just happened to let it come out. So, I'm not worried about that. I know we're going to come out there and play hard, and that's all we can do.
Because of injuries, we know you haven't really played up to your standard. This is a tough receiving corps. How do you slow them down?
It's very tough. I'm just trying to find my mojo, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm going to go out there and leave everything out there on the field, and I look forward to having a good game tonight.
Have a great night.
Chicago in negative numbers there, passing.
Quick throw over the middle is complete. And the fumble picked up by the Raiders. Charles Woodson has it. And Woodson is tackled at the 24-yard line. Desmond Clark had the ball, but belted by Eric Barton, who's been playing great linebacker for the Raiders. And the first turnover of the game goes to Oakland.
Well, I think the Bears are going to want to take a look at this replay to try to see, did Desmond Clark have possession long enough? I think from that angle, it certainly looks like he caught the football and took 2 or 3 steps up the field before it came loose. You can see right there it's being pulled out. Eric Barton, the linebacker, what a job he did of putting both hands on the football and stripping it from Clark.
Raiders with a big turnover at the Chicago 24, and there is the challenge.
Yeah, I think this is just a case where Dick Duran's going to say maybe we won't get it, but it's worth the chance to not turn it over so deep in our own territory. But he puts it away and takes several steps upfield. Keep in mind, the ruling on the field was that it was a completed catch and a fumble, which means that Walt Anderson's going to have to see definitive proof otherwise, and I just don't see how he's going to see that. He's got to see something that clearly shows him that he never had possession of that football, and from that angle, and all the other ones, it just appears to me open and shut case.
And a sack. That's really good. First and goal from the 30. And now the interception. Charles Woodson on his way. And Stewart able to get in his path and get him out of bounds and save the touchdown. Got to give it to Cordell Stewart and center Olin Kreutz that denied what appeared to be a sure score when Woodson picked it off.
Well, Cordell showing that he can really scoot, because I agree with you, Dick. At midfield, I thought Charles Woodson was going to score.
He's got a running start, as you can see.
They're attempting to run just about a 3-yard out pattern to the slot receiver. I think that was Desmond Clark.
13th interception thrown by Stewart on the season, a 51.
I take it back. Marty Booker, 86, was the slot receiver, and Cordell.
Second and 15. Cordell, ball flopped out of his hands, and Charles Woodson has the interception. And finally tackled at the 46. It appeared that Stewart's arm was hit as he delivered the ball, and Charles Woodson comes up with his 13th career interception.
Yeah, no question, the pass rush hits Cordell Stewart. Looks like the pocket is great right there. Looks like Travion Smith, number 56. Initially, Cordell Stewart has a good look at the field, but actually it wasn't Smith. The hit came from the other side.
And then a personal foul to add insult to the injurious interception.
He's going to go out there to try to destroy me, and I'm going to do whatever I can to destroy him. And it's not being, you know, I'm taking it out on him. I mean, that's just who's out there defending me on game day.
You just got two great athletes that have to bump heads, and somebody's got to win. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I'm the one to win.
While Moss and Woodson won't be matched up exclusively during the game, they've concocted a plan of attack for those opportunities when they will face each other.
First, I'm looking at his eyes. You know, before we even run the first play, I'm looking at his eyes and really see where he's at.
Well, if he comes to my side, my first thought is they're throwing the ball to Randy Moss.
I guess as the game progresses, you know, start looking at his hips, start looking at his back pedal.
I don't want to play him off. I want to get up and bump and running because, I mean, he has that long stride and he's up on you before you know it.
I love that. I love that. That's showing me that he has some fight in him. That's showing me that he's not scared of me no matter what the circumstances are.
Circumstances have not yet allowed Woodson to play offense in the NFL, but the former two-way star at Michigan refuses to downplay his receiving abilities, even when compared to Moss.
I'll be right up there with Randy Moss. I know I could be a great offensive player.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't. I guess that's just running off at the mouth right there.
I feel like if I was on the other side of the ball, then I would be something real special just the way I am on defense.
I'm not saying that he can't really excel at it, but being out there with me, you can forget it.
Raiders have dialed up Charles Woodson. He's their best cover guy. They want him to prove it today against Randy Moss. They're going to have Woodson mugging Moss. That means a man-to-man coverage. He'll go where Randy goes. And I asked Woodson about it moments before kickoff. He said, I'm not intimidated. In our only meeting before in the NFL, we kept him out of the end zone. They came out of the same draft in '98. So Charles Woodson says, I'm going to get in Randy's face. I'm going to get physical with him. It's a matchup worth watching, Charles Woodson and Randy Moss. Mike Tice says he has a lot of deep throws in the game plan for Randy Moss, no matter who
shots with him. And you see the NFL record that Randy Moss holds, starting his career 6 consecutive seasons with over 1,000 yards receiving. That one for Moss is through his hands. Charles Woodson had him covered on that play.
Well, this is what you've come to watch, and here's Woodson outside. Now this is on the other side of the field. That's not Charles Woodson's spot that he lines up. He's lining up there at the right corner. He normally plays left corner, but as Chris Myers told us right after the open, Charles Woodson, that's the matchup. Wherever Randy Moss goes, Woodson's going to go to that side of the field.
Here is 3rd and a long 5 for the Vikings. 3 wide receivers, 6 defensive backs in for the Raiders. Moss is in motion. Culpepper out of the shotgun, has time, drops it off on the screen to Mo Williams. And he works his way outside for their big gainer. Nice move by Williams, still going strong and finally ridden down by Charles Woodson at the Raiders' 39-yard line, just inside the 40. A little screen pass that turns into a huge gain, and Charles Woodson is shaken up on the play. He was the man who made the tackle on Mo Williams.
This is what Mo Williams is. This is a screen pass, okay? And this is unconventional because he's out in front of the blockers, but he finds a way to bring it all together. And Mo Williams isn't a household name, but he is to the Minnesota Vikings fans for what he is and what he does. When he gets the ball in his hand, Sam, anything can happen.
That's a 42-yard gain, and Woodson holding his back after going down. He comes out of the game, replaced by number 22, Terrence Shaw.
Oh, now you go up here. This is where you take the shot. They had called on, but when he saw 8 men in the box, he checked out of it and went up.
On 2nd and 10, gets time again, now being pressured, and completes to Randy Moss for a first down inside the 30. Randy Moss with that catch now moves into 3rd place all time for the Minnesota Vikings in receptions with 479. He passed Anthony Carter.
Well, again, all kinds of time in the pocket for Culpepper, and he can just wait and wait and wait for Randy Moss to come open. Randy Moss was covered initially by Woodson, But Randy Moss, when he runs his route, if he's covered, he'll freelance after that.
Woodson, a featured matchup. They're against each other quite a bit of the time. Moss has 2 catches thus far in the game.
And like we talked about earlier, or Chris Myers would mention that, Charles Woodson, last time they played, held him without a touchdown. And he feels confident. He's not intimidated by Randy Moss at all. And I find that hard to believe.
Sets the Vikings back 5. It's 3rd and 11. And now they go shotgun with Kleinsasser in the backfield. 4 wide receivers. Culpepper being blitzed by Woodson. He's got him. Charles Woodson blitzing from the outside. Takes down Dante Culpepper. And the Vikings are forced to punt.
Look at Bresnahan. What a game he's calling. Watch, they're going to come with the blitz. When you have the slot receivers, you have guys inside here. You can bring the corner. See him cheat in and get inside. He's got clear sailing to the quarterback. And they're bringing more people to his side than the Vikings have there.
For 25 yards, none in the second half. Culpepper steps up, goes for Moss in the end zone, overthrown. And Charles Woodson all over him, as he has been the entire game.
He has. We haven't really given the dues or the props to Charles Woodson has been deserved. He has held Randy Moss in check all day.
2-minute warning. And Charles Woodson has been a main reason why. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. 3rd down. They pick up the blitz, the throw into the corner for Moss. The jump ball, Woodson came down with it, but it's incomplete. He was out of bounds beyond the end line, but once again, beautiful coverage by Charles Woodson on Randy Moss.
Charles Woodson, I can't say enough about the job he's done. Now, he's had help. But there was no help on that play right there. He went up after the ball. He battled for it. He's given up a couple inches to Randy Moss, but he out-muscles it. Wow. Great position. He knew the fade route was coming to the corner and played it perfect.
Vikings have to get to the 9-yard line for a first down, but time is the key element here. They need 2 scores. The blitz coming. Culpepper throwing to the end zone, incomplete, and that's it. The Oakland Raiders will win this one. It'll be 4 losses in a row for Mike Tice and the Minnesota Vikings, and their lead in the NFC North is down to 1 game over the Green Bay Packers.
Well, there's a little post route right there, and that ball was just thrown high and hard and excitable, just like Dante Culpepper was forced to play. And when you put the game into his hands,
I want the people at home to get inside your mind. What separates you from the crowd, from the rest?
Just my want and my will. You know what I'm saying?
What is that?
A lot of people are scared of success. You know what I'm saying? The spotlight's on me all the time.
Since college.
Since
before
long
college.
time before that. If I mess up on the field, I get 2 ways on my pager. I get phone calls.
From who? Your boys?
From everybody. My boys.
My mama used to call me.
Yeah, everybody.
She said, "Baby, I came all the way down here for this mess." Your mom call you?
But mom, she's pretty cool about that. She don't really get on me, but I know everybody's watching me, and not everybody can handle that. But I can.
You like pressure?
Love it.
What separates his ability to anticipate? Being a corner, you can have all the techniques and skills, but having that one ingredient, that's what Charles does best. He can anticipate where a guy's going.
Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I don't think so. Who did you pattern your game at? Coming up.
Man, the man sitting across from me.
I wanted you to say that. Let me give you your money for taking care of that.
But so yeah, I watched you, man, all the time. So, I try to emulate a lot of things you did out there on the field.
Charles Woodson, old school or new school?
Hey, you know what? I think he's new school, but he appreciates the old school. In the beginning, it was all about the physical abilities, making a play.
And that 2 passes quick, don't it?
Like that. And now, we're talking about a turf toe.
So now he has to prepare.
I could talk all day.
All day.
I could.
So now he has to
on
prepare differently. Right. You know, he's not practicing, so he has to get in, prepare himself mentally. You know, and hey, how are they setting me up? What are they going to try to do? They're trying to attack you at a vulnerable time.
I've been doing some thinking here on my own. It's been on my mind.
Toe's been bothering me, turf toe. What's going on with the toe?
Right now, man, the toe is holding me back. The pain, man, it's all up in here. You know, it's bruised right here on the bone. You know, so it's hard to get into my shoe. You know what I'm saying? That pressure is killing me. You know, I put a shoe on.
I can be honest with you. I was never the same. Never the same. Although I played on turf, I was never the same after this. Are you concerned about your career, about your future?
Yeah, I'm, you know, very concerned. You know, everybody, oh, you look like you're walking fine.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
So, yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah. And they expect excellence, no matter what.
Yeah.
And they don't understand.
Yeah, at all.
People say, you are the best at the game, man. How do you feel wearing that title?
I ain't got no problem with it. Like I said, I got a lot of confidence in myself, and I feel like I'm the best when I'm out there.
How good could he be?
Probably as good as you and me, probably.
I like that answer. Hall of Famer Willie Brown is one of the best to have ever played the corner position. President Company excluded. And when you receive his praise, that says a lot about a man.
Hey, you got to help the people out there. Explain what turf toe is. I get asked that all the time.
First of all, I don't know why they call it turf toe. Because I was on grass when I heard about it. Charles Woodson plays on grass. Stomp it like you've never stomped it before. Then hit it with a hammer. Then put it out on the highway and let an 18-wheeler roll over it. That's turf toe. Then for the rest of your life, you have to wear these shoes.